Welcome back to Prop News Time. Here are the headlines for the day. MMRDA to ease BKC Tower traffic by converting cycle tracks into vehicular lanes during peak hours. To tackle rising traffic congestion in Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex. BKC, especially after the Sion Bridge closure. The MMRDA has approved a strategic traffic management plan. With around 2 lakh employees and 4 lakh visitors daily, BKC faces severe vehicular pressure, worsened by heavy transport inflows. The plan includes converting underused cycle tracks into vehicle lanes, expanding road capacity to accommodate 600 to 900 extra vehicles per lane. A one-way system will also be introduced in high-traffic zones. These changes are expected to reduce peak travel times by 40% and cut emissions by 30%. The initiative reflects MMRDA's focus on sustainable, efficient urban mobility. Mumbai infrastructure. Charkop Malwani Elevated Road Project, now set to finish by mid-2027. The Charkop Elevated Road Bridge project, aimed at improving east-west connectivity in Mumbai's western suburbs, has had its completion deadline extended to June 2027, according to MMRDA. Originally slated for end 2025, the 3.4-kilometer bridge connecting Malwani and Charkop faced delays due to design changes and utility relocation challenges. Executed by J. Kumar Infra Projects at a cost of rupees 620 crore and 15 lakh. The project required revisions to align with existing infrastructure and safely shift underground utilities. Once complete, the bridge is expected to ease congestion on Link Road and improve travel times for thousands of commuters between Borivali and Malad. Deloitte. India needs 50 million square feet real estate, 45 terawatt-hours power for AI. By 2030, India is poised to require an additional 45 to 50 million square feet of real estate and 40 to 45 terawatt-hours of incremental power for data centers by 2030, driven by the rising demand for artificial intelligence, AI, according to Deloitte. The company's report highlights India's cost advantages, renewable energy focus, and strategic location, but stresses that the country's growth as a global AI hub is dependent on overcoming significant gaps in infrastructure, talent, and policy. The report calls for targeted interventions and policy support to foster AI-driven data center development, alongside investments in power and connectivity. SEBI proposes flexibility for AIFs to offer co-investment opportunities. The Securities and Exchange Board of India, SEBI, has proposed granting alternative investment funds, AIFs, greater flexibility in providing co-investment opportunities to investors under the AIF structure. Additionally, SEBI has suggested removing restrictions that currently prevent AIF investment managers from offering advisory services in listed securities. Under the proposed guidelines, co-investment could be facilitated through a co-investment vehicle, CIV, a separate scheme within the AIF structure specifically designated for such purposes. SEBI has also suggested exempting the CIV scheme from specific AIF requirements, such as investment diversification norms, sponsor investment commitment, and minimum scheme tenure, with certain conditions. Public comments on the proposal have been invited until the end of this month. A residential flat spanning 1,115 square feet, sold in VTP Dolce Vita Phase 1 in Pune's Manjri. BK for rupees 1 crore 51 lakh. A residential flat spanning 821 square feet, sold in Unique Infinity in Pune's Chinchwad Gaon for rupees 87 lakh. A residential flat spanning 409 square feet, sold in Sarthak Keshar apartment in Pune's Wagholi for rupees 29 lakh 51,000. Mumbai lease deals. Amazon renews 94,000 square feet lease at Godrej 2, Vikhroli for 5 years. Amazon has renewed its 5-year lease for over 94,000 square feet of office space at Godrej 2 in Vikhroli Mumbai, with a 48-month lock-in period and monthly rent of rupees 1 crore 73 lakh. The lease covers 4 Amazon entities and includes 60 parking spaces. Located in the premium The Trees, mixed-use development by Godrej Properties and Godrej Fund Management, the office space spans 4 units on the 7th floor. This renewal highlights Amazon's ongoing expansion in Mumbai and reinforces Vikhroli's rise as a key commercial hub. It also reflects the growing preference for sustainable, well-connected office spaces among global corporations in India. North India's real estate market braces for potential impact amid India-Pakistan tensions. Anarock, a prominent real estate consultancy firm, indicated that housing sales in North India could witness a short-term decline of 5 to 10% if the ongoing conflict between India and Pakistan intensifies. The demand for office and retail spaces may also experience temporary disruptions, although a major downturn is not anticipated. The consultant highlighted potential delays in luxury housing purchases, while mid-income housing is expected to recover first once stability is restored. Additionally, retail footfall in shopping malls may drop, and hotel occupancies in affected regions like Delhi and Kashmir might decline by 10 to 15%. However, a surge in domestic leisure travel is projected once tensions subside. CREDAI MCI highlights GST relief implications for redevelopment projects in Mumbai. CREDAI MCA hosted a seminar earlier this week at its Mumbai office to shed light on the implications of the recent Bombay High Court ruling concerning GST relief for homeowners in redevelopment projects. The panel featured industry experts, including Mr. Sunny Bijlani, Joint Secretary of CREDAI MCI, Mr. Rohit Jain, Deputy Managing Partner at Economic Laws Practice, ELP, and Mr. Harsh Shah, Partner at ELP. The court ruled that GST is not applicable where developers are appointed for redevelopment without the sale or transfer of development rights, TDR, or Floor Space Index, FSI. The judgment quashed a tax demand under Entry 5B of the relevant GST notification, emphasizing that redevelopment agreements limited to construction do not involve the transfer of TDR or FSI under Maharashtra's Unified DCPR. IHCL partners with United Way Mumbai for Daily Beach Cleanup Initiative. Indian Hotels Company Lutad, IHCL, has joined forces with United Way Mumbai to carry out daily beach cleanup and waste management activities in Mumbai. This initiative, aimed at promoting sustainable waste management practices, involves the deployment of Safai Sathis at Mahim Reti Bundar and Mahim Causeway. Over a 6-month period, from October 2024 to March 2025, the project successfully collected 112,097.37 kilograms of waste, which was processed at a Material Recovery Center, MRC. IHCL's collaboration underscores the importance of public-private partnerships in addressing environmental challenges while contributing to a cleaner Mumbai. Lucknow high-rises face mandatory audits under new LDA safety rules. The Lucknow Development Authority, LDA, has launched mandatory safety and structural audits for high-rise buildings over 15 meters tall and more than 5 years old, following the 2023 Harmilap Tower collapse that claimed 8 lives. As per new bylaws, owners must conduct audits every 5 years through LDA-approved firms and rectify any deficiencies within a set time frame to avoid penalties. The audits cover structural risks, life safety and fire protocols. Public input, including 1,100 suggestions, is shaping ongoing reforms, such as a proposed increase in road width requirements. The initiative underscores LDA's commitment to urban safety, accountability, and responsive governance. Noida Authority launches aerial survey to target encroachments on floodplains. The Noida Authority has launched a drone-based aerial surveillance initiative to crack down on illegal constructions along the Hindon and Yamuna floodplains. Spearheaded by CEO Lokesh M., the move targets unauthorized farmhouses and infrastructure, with a strict zero-tolerance policy in place. A multi-departmental task force, led by the local SDM, will oversee demolitions and report progress. Officials found negligent post-survey will face departmental action. Developers selling floodplain properties will be labeled land mafias, and sale deeds must now clearly prohibit construction in these zones. This pre-monsoon crackdown combines technology and enforcement to protect ecological areas and prevent unregulated urban expansion. Bombay HC grants interim relief to petitioners in GST dispute over joint development agreements. The Bombay High Court has granted interim relief to landowners challenging the imposition of GST on the transfer of development rights under joint development agreements. Jabaz. The petitioners argue that such transfers constitute a sale of land, exempt from GST, rather than a taxable supply of services. The court has restrained authorities from enforcing tax demands until further hearings, noting that the case raises significant questions about taxability, timing, and liability. The outcome could reshape GST treatment of JDAs, offering potential clarity and relief to landowners and developers. Authorities have been directed to respond within 4 weeks as the case proceeds. Noida Authority takes legal action to recover INR 277 crore dues from Sikka Infrastructure. Noida Authority has initiated recovery proceedings against Sikka Infrastructure for outstanding dues, amounting to INR 277 crore as of March 31, 2025. The dues pertain to a group housing plot in Sector 143B, allotted to the company in June 2011. Despite multiple reminders and notices, Sikka Infrastructure failed to clear the dues. Consequently, the company lost its eligibility for benefits under the state government's policy announced in December 2023 to assist stalled real estate projects. The authority has now referred the matter to the Economic Offences Wing for further action. Bombay HC allows BMC to build road through Malad Mangrove Buffer Zone. The Bombay High Court has permitted the BMC to construct a 50-meter wide road through mangrove buffer zones in Malad West, citing compliance with environmental regulations and public necessity. The project, affecting 3.5 hectares and 37 mangrove trees, had received clearances from both the MCZMI and the Ministry of Environment. The court referred to a 2018 Supreme Court ruling that allowed such projects if proposed before the order and with due approvals. With legal and environmental approvals in place, the BMC is now set to proceed with the long-pending infrastructure work aimed at improving connectivity while implementing mitigation measures to limit ecological damage. Ludhiana Improvement Trust urges property owners to avail of one-time settlement schemes. The Ludhiana Improvement Trust, LIT, has launched 2 one-time settlement schemes aimed at easing the financial burden on property owners. These policies offer significant discounts on non-construction fees and provide an opportunity for allottees with pending dues to regularize their properties. Eligible individuals, such as senior citizens and legal heirs of deceased soldiers, are entitled to additional benefits. Property owners must submit their applications by July 31 to take advantage of these schemes, which aim to enhance urban development and compliance in Ludhiana. HCC sees sharp profit drop in Q4, eyes recovery through new contracts. Hindustan Construction Company, HCC, reported a 63.37% decline in consolidated net profit to INR 90 crore and 8 lakh for the quarter ending March 2025, down from INR 245 crore and 23 lakh in the same quarter last year. Total income dropped to INR 1,392 crore and 20 lakh from INR 1,813 crore and 5 lakh, while expenses reduced to INR 1,077 crore and 91 lakh from INR 2,073 crore and 33 lakh. For the full FY 2024-25, the company posted a consolidated net profit of INR 112 crore and 63 lakh, significantly lower than INR 478 crore and 16 lakh TAs in FY 24. HCC secured 3 contracts worth 5,692 crore, 60 lakh with our joint venture partners and was the lowest bidder for projects valued at INR 3,513 crore. It has also submitted bids for INR 30,950 crore, currently under evaluation. Sundaram Home Finance's profit surges 26% in Q4 FY 25 amid strong disbursement growth. Sundaram Home Finance reported a 26% year-on-year rise in net profit for January. March 2025, reaching INR 71 crore and 57 lakh, up from INR 56 crore and 80 lakh in the same quarter last year. For the full fiscal year ending March 31, 2025, net profit increased 4% to INR 244 crore and 66 lakh. Disbursements during the quarter rose to INR 1,929 crore from INR 1,469 crore a year earlier. The company also expanded into Andhra Pradesh with 5 new branches. Private equity and venture capital investments in India hit USD 43 billion in 2024. India witnessed a rebound in private equity and venture capital investments in 2024, reaching USD 43 billion across 1,600 deals, a 27% rise from the previous year, as per IVK-EY. Though still below the 2021-2022 peaks, this was the highest deal volume since 2019. Infrastructure deals doubled to USD 12.4 billion, accounting for 29% of the total. Healthcare and tech sectors attracted 30% of total capital, with healthcare alone drawing USD 5.6 billion. Early-stage VC deals made up 55% of VC activity. Despite reduced buyouts and exits, investor sentiment improved heading into 2025. IL&FS redeems INR 262 crore in debt fund, delivers 8% annual return IL&FS mutual fund, successfully redeemed INR 262 crore under its infrastructure debt fund series 3B, delivering an 8% annual return since inception. The fund had raised INR 153 crore and achieved consistent performance. Total redemptions across all infrastructure debt schemes now stand at INR 1,900 crore over 6 years, including Series 1A, 1B, 1C, and 3A. Managed by IL&FS Infra Asset Management Limited, the fund targets institutional investors. The redemptions indicate the group's financial recovery post the government's 2018 intervention. IRB Infrastructure reports 10% rise in toll revenue, driven by Maharashtra and Gujarat projects. IRB Infrastructure reported a 10% increase in toll revenue for April 2025, reaching INR 554 crore, up from INR 503 crore in the same month last year. The IRB MP Expressway in Maharashtra contributed INR 150 crore and 70 lakh, while the IRB Ahmedabad Vadodara Super Express Tollway generated INR 65 crore and 40 lakh. CG Tollway and Udaipur Tollway also posted strong revenue growth. Deputy CEO Amitabh Murarka said performance is expected to remain strong in FY 2026, driven by economic and policy tailwinds. Warehousing demand surges in India, pushing rents up to 5% in Q1 2025. Average monthly warehousing rents rose 2 to 5% across 8 major Indian cities in Q1 2025, driven by robust demand, according to Knight Frank India. Mumbai's rents increased 5% to INR 24.7 per square foot, while Kolkata saw a similar rise to INR 24.8 per square foot. Ahmedabad, Pune, Delhi NCR, Chennai, and Bengaluru recorded 3 to 4% hikes, while Hyderabad noted a 2% increase. The report attributes this trend to inflation-driven construction costs and limited supply. Minimalist Hotels unveils pan-India expansion with 20 new properties in 2 years. Minimalist Hotels will launch 20 new properties across major Indian cities over the next 2 years. The lifestyle hospitality brand plans to raise INR 20 crore and scale operations from 2 lakh sq ft to nearly 10 lakh sq ft. It has already hosted over 150,000 guests. The expansion aims to redefine mid-market hospitality through modern design, local culture integration, and community-focused experiences. Jindal Stainless, in talks with Maharashtra for INR 40,000 crore steel plant Jindal Stainless Lutar, is in discussions with Maharashtra's government for land to set up a INR 40,000 crore stainless steel plant. The company, with operations in Hisar and Jajpur, seeks to raise its production capacity to 4.2 million tons per annum by FY 2027. The decade-long project could create over 15,000 jobs. The state has promised necessary approvals and incentives. UP acquires 13,500 acres for Bundelkhand Industrial City under Bida. The Uttar Pradesh government has acquired 13,100 acres in the last 11 months for the Bundelkhand Industrial City under Bida, bringing the total to 17,840 acres out of a planned 35,300 acres. Located between Jhansi and Kanpur, the project is UP's second major industrial city after Noida. The initiative supports regional development, defense corridor activities, and economic growth. Infrastructure upgrades are underway. Little India debuts in Oman as cultural hub for Indian brands and experiences. Little India, a cultural and retail destination, has been launched at Muscat Grand Mall by Tilal Development Company and SRED. It aims to serve as a hub for Indian culture, cuisine, and lifestyle, targeting both the Indian diaspora and local shoppers. The initiative blends retail offerings with cultural programming and is designed to promote Indian brands in the GCC region. Developers see it as a bridge for India-Gulf collaboration and commerce. CRH warns US housing rebound may be delayed beyond 2026. Amid high rates, CRH CEO Jim Minturn warned that recovery in the US housing market may extend beyond 2026 due to continued high interest rates and inflation. Speaking after CRH's AGM in Dublin, Minturn emphasized that falling mortgage rates are key to reviving residential construction. CRH, the top US building materials producer, had originally forecast a 2026 rebound, but now anticipates further delay due to persistent macroeconomic pressures. That's a wrap for today. Tune in tomorrow for the latest headlines.